Each federal agency has its own plans and its own budgets. They have their own ways of dealing with a shutdown, but basically any government operation deemed non-essential would just simply cease happening. They would stop it. And hundreds of thousands of federal employees' work would be disrupted. Like if you're in a federally funded, publicly funded research lab, for example, and you're no longer getting paid, you might have to abandon your research. Sometimes when you abandon that research completely falls apart. These are some of the many ways in which a full-blown government shutdown would devastate American society in relatively intangible and somewhat invisible ways. Okay? Sometimes workers are furloughed, meaning that they keep their jobs but temporarily don't work until the government reopens. Other federal workers may stay on the job, essential workers, but without pay, with the expectation that they will be paid back in full once the government reopens. The conversation around government shutdowns happen fairly frequently because America has a very unique debt ceiling process where there's always a back and forth, a political football, if you will. Okay? The basic rules for who works and who doesn't date back to the early 1980s and haven't been significantly modified since, under a precedent-setting memorandum penned by the president at the time, Ronald Jebediah Reagan, the Antichrist himself. His budget chief, David Stockman, said federal workers are exempted from furloughs if their jobs are national security related or if they perform essential activities that protect life and, of course, more important than life, property. Essential government agencies like the FBI, the Border Patrol, and the Coast Guard will remain open. Transportation Security Administration officers would continue to staff airport checkpoints. The U.S.